Well, hello again, everybody. Welcome to the channel. I hope you are doing well and everybody is happy. So, in the previous video, we brought this baby back to life, and today we're going to go over some of the software features that it has, and hardware features actually. But I tried to explain a little bit about the history. Unfortunately, this channel is not really dedicated to history and such. It's more kind of hands-on. We're doing things. We're just trying to see how to get stuff back to life, and whole different things. So as you know, we had this uh, Macintosh 5300/100 on the bench for a while now, and we got it back to life. As you can see, it's running, and it's a quite unique machine. I really enjoy it. So I hope that we will be able to get some use out of it. We'll see how it works, and then we will kind of play around with it and see where it goes, and then we'll put that aside because we got a slew of more machines to play with. So obviously, uh, we will then look at those individually. So I want to thank you for coming, hanging with BigE, and I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and look to see you guys again soon. Thanks so much. We have the OS booted, and I the flicker. I don't really know how to play with that to sync it up, so I do apologize. But we have the OS 761 booted up from the CD drive. I don't even know if it sees a hard disk. This is the first time I'm playing with it right now. We're playing with it together, and yeah, I don't know. It's not easy to see, and I can see that would be pretty bad. Let's see drive setup. But it's searching for drives. Yeah, it could get stuck, but it's oh, well, I'll be darned. It's not mounted. Huh, there's a drive there. This disk can be initialized. Huh. All right, well, let's go ahead and do that. What does it say? Macintosh initialize. Do we do custom? Let me get my glasses so I can read what I'm doing. Mac HFS volume, new partitioning, initialize options. Let's see, do I have a custom setup? Name. Can we change the name? No. Yeah, it's 1.2 gigabytes, so it did find it. So yeah, let's go for it. And then that way we can go ahead and install the Mac 761 on it and see how to play with this. Oh, initialization was successful. Oh, okay. So what do we do now? You know what? Should we just go ahead and try to install Mac OS on here? Let's see what it does. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the installation now. I'm not going to keep you guys here while I do that, because it could just take 1 minute. It could take 2-3 hours. I don't know. But anyway, I'll bring you back as soon as I get some progress. I think it was the garage doors open, so I guess it's not syncing because it's seeing the light in the back. So this seems to have a little less flicker. But yeah, we're installing OS 7.6 so far. So with all the options, I got this from the Macintosh Garden repository a while back, actually, for my color Mac. But it seems to be doing it. So there we go. Yeah, I won't bore you or well, you know what? We just might let it play out. And while it's doing that, yeah, it still doesn't have the battery in it, so the battery is not connected. So it's the first time I booted. This is the first time I booted, by the way. So I did put in the 7.6 a couple of times, and it would act like it was starting up, show the splash screen, and then it would just give an error. And then anyway, just turn it on and off for a couple of times, and actually ran out of blank CDs. Ordered that, was waiting for it today, and then I decided, let's just fire it up again, and lo and behold, it loaded. So this is exciting stuff right here. I'm uh, I'm very happy, and it's a beautiful looking. I mean, I'll tell you, I love the classics, but wow, it's a good looking device. I mean, I could see this on a desktop. Incidentally, I did do a little bit of research. You know what? I might just leave that discussion for the outro or the intro. We'll see. But yeah, this is one heck of a nice little machine. Quite impressed with it. The physical attributes, not the performance, mind you. Now I know the disk drive, it wasn't working. I don't even see it mounted on the screen here. So there is an old floppy disk. I just wanted to try to see if I can get it out before I put in my utilities disks. But it didn't even accept it, and I pushed it in, and it's stuck in there right now. So that's not working. But the CD drive is working fine, obviously, because we're booted off of the CD, and we're now copying Mac OS 7.6.1 to the hard drive, which was in the unit, um, but it was obviously, I guess it was erased or whatever. Um, it didn't even seem like it was erased. It didn't even look initialized or anything. I don't know what they did to it, but anyway, uh, it would have been fun to see what kind of files I had on it beforehand, but it's no big deal. I don't know if the special OS for this one because of the way that it's configured. I doubt it, but I'll stop talking now so we can zip through this with a 4 or 5 times speed here. Okay, so now this was a 7.6.1 update disk, so it's now automatically just jumped to the point one. So it was 7.6 it installed. Now it's doing the 7.6.1 update automatically. So we're done. Let's go ahead and, well, let's first of all, yeah, I broke that little button. Let's pull out the CD. I hope I can pull out the CD. There we go. I thought I pushed it. Ah, it's not letting me eject it. I'm pushing it. Okay, interesting. How do we do that? Special. Oh, I bet I could just drag it to the trash, huh? Why don't we try that? Okay, it cannot be removed. Okay, so let's go ahead and shut down. Okay. I'm assuming it's going to start up from the hard drive. So here we go. Ah, such a lovely little chime, isn't it? So it sounds like the hard drive is spooled up, but I don't know if it's going to do it from the hard drive or from the CD-ROM. Let's push out the CD-ROM just to be safe. No, it's not letting me pull it out. All right, let's see what happens here. Yeah, no, it's doing it from the CD-ROM. I'm sorry, from the hard drive. It's not using the CD-ROM. I can hear the difference. Wow, look at all those extensions. That's pretty fast, compared to my Color Classic. We obviously different CPUs and such, but still, it's it's nice to see the same OS booting up so quickly. So let's yeah, let's let it come to the main screen, and then we'll kind of take a quick tour. Essentially, this is the first time it's booted up on the on the hard drive. Okay, my clock is not set. Fair enough. What is it? 1920 is when these things were set to. This computer set to go into sleep. Blah blah blah. If inactive. All right, nice. Okay, we'll let it go to sleep. Okay, so now that's the CD. Let's see if it'll let me eject it. Yeah. So it did boot from the hard drive and not from the CD. It's good to know. So what we'll do is we'll let this cool down. We'll come back a bit and take a look at it. So we got the Mac set up here. Just gonna go through some of the software. What I did was actually I connected. Let me show that to you guys. I connected a. Oops. Where is that? You don't need to see the toolbox. So I connected a DV, a digital tuner that just takes the signal from from an antenna, which I put on the vice grip here, and that's going to now feed into here, into the back. See if it's going to work. The idea here, we're just playing around with the software in it. Oops. And yeah, it's picking up the back light, which is what's causing flickering. So anyway, this is extremely cool. So we go here to the Apple video player, and it has the controls here on the side, which you could select the input and such. You know, it lets you capture the picture to save it. You know, wow, it's recording movies. You know, I'm impressed. But so we got this. What do we got this set on? We got the set on video. The TV tuner works. But I don't have I don't think we have any analog signals, and I don't even have an antenna. But that's going to come in useful later when we do some old gaming. I have an old Atari Ping Pong and an old Intellivision that I'm going to refurbish here soon, and this way we have the input for that. But to test it out, I went ahead and connected, so I just turned it on with the remote control, the digital video terminal. So I don't know about copyright, but we'll just go. All right, but you can see that it's a full screen and it's actually extremely nice. So, and of course, you can't control the volume. We'll go back to normal size here. You know, I'll turn it off. But yeah, you can see that we still have that picture here. The quality is pretty darn decent compared to what I was thinking. But let's put on a game real quick. I have a just for testing purposes, just an old emulator for the Intellivision, and it just has two RCA, a composite and a mono out. So I'll go ahead and just hook that up here instead of the tuner, and then we can just see what that looks like. So it's just a mono signal, but we'll see now. So when we flip the switch on this thing here, all right, so it comes on. I don't know. I actually got this in Europe, so I'm thinking it's a PAL signal, because the digital tuner that I got is actually an NTSC tuner, but the this is potentially a PAL tuner. But at the end of the day, it does play. It does play, and everything is working. So we can just kind of look at this. Attacked by the neighborhood kids. All right, so here we are. We're full screen. As I was mentioning, this is a PAL. I believe this is a PAL system. And yeah, I closed the garage door and that reduced the flickering. So I do apologize, but to retake all that, those were first. So just for, you know, just to see. Okay, so it actually works. But like it's, I don't know if you can see it. Wow, we turned the volume down. Hold on, let's see. How can I get the volume back up? Let's go back to normal size. Then let's go back to larger size. Yeah, I mean it's a really shoddy emulator, but it's good to have. Oops, did I just get hit? I just killed myself. But it's just good to see that the input's working. That was my goal here. All right, I'm killer. So let's play around with a couple of other features here. Let's turn this thing off. But I'm really happy. Just again, now that you see that the light is a little better, let me turn off the video game, and I will plug in the digital tuner. But now that I close the garage door, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a signal. But let's see what happens. Okay, so we got the right. Oops, I should have maybe turned it off first. But anyway, all right. So we got the video tuner in now. Not the video tuner, the digital TV converter. So it's taking the picture, and it's a full screen mode. Yeah, weak signal. Okay, so it got it. Yeah, that's awesome. So I'm not quite sure. You know, it's pretty decent. I haven't tried the recording yet. I guess we could try that, but you can change the channels on the digital tuner here and get. I don't know if it's going to pick it up. Yeah, it's picking up some other channels. So it's interesting that it is picking it up. But just just to check. Let's see. No movie. It also has movie playback, but I don't have any DVDs or CDs that has that. Let's see. Closed caption. Record. There we go. Capture record. So let's just record a little bit. See what happens. So I am recording. I have no clue where it's saving it or anything like that. But so we recorded about. Oh, it is stuttering now, as you can see, but still. I think that's enough. So now I don't know where that comes up. Oh, there it came up right there. Wow, that's pretty darn bad. I don't know if you guys could see that, but yeah, it's oh, it's compressing it. Okay, hold on. What are we doing? Now what? Okay, so where did it go? Oh, there it is. So where do we save it? Movie one. We'll just save it to the desktop, and then just save it. Let's see what happens. Now let's go ahead and turn this off if I can. Oh, I didn't even clean the mouse or anything up. Okay, so there's our movie. Let's take a look at it, just see what it looks like. But let's see, what do we hit play? Yeah, that's I can't even change the window size on that one. Yeah, it's not even letting me scale it. But in any case, it's interesting. This is 1995 technology that I was able to record a video, so a feed from the inside, which again, if you're doing games and such, that would be great. So let's play with another interesting part of this computer. Let's put an audio CD into it. Let me pull you back just a bit so you can see that. Now that the garage door is open, the flickering will be down a bit. All right, so now we got an audio CD, and we're going to go ahead and listen to some music out of these extremely hi-fi, audiophile quality speakers. And I don't know how much I can play before I get a copyright strike. But there's something I was goofing off with. I'm going to pull the mic a little closer, like right in the middle where your head would be. And then if I double click the audio CD, I can get all the tracks. But I can also open the CD player here, which is showing the things and all that. But here, let's just crank the volume up for a bit. Yeah, that's that leaves a lot to be desired. But here's something funny. A while back, I did a video on a subwoofer. Now, the funny thing is, I have that subwoofer, and I said, you know what? I wonder if we could just connect the subwoofer up to the back panel. Now, the input on the front here, there's an output here, which is a headphone jack, which I'm assuming if we plug it in, let's plug it in. Yeah, it kills the speaker it kills the sound to the two front speakers. So let's see if the back panel does the same thing. All I'm doing is I'm just putting it in on the audio in jack of the subwoofer here. And then going around to the back and plugging this into the music out port. But as you can see, well, here rather, not see, it hasn't shut the music off from the front. So since this was just a portable subwoofer, it's just powered up with battery for now. Okay, now we've got full sound hi-fi. All right, I'm going to put you in the same spot that you guys were in a couple seconds ago. And then maybe, should we start the song from the beginning again? Yeah. Let's start it from the beginning. All right, here we go. Same song. Beginning. It just blows my mind, the change of the sound quality. So, yeah, I'm not comparing it to hi-fi stuff, but wow, it's definitely livable for like listening to a few, um, you know, like the TV, for example, or game, not high gaming like the those really professional gamers out there, but something to listen to is nice, and in the as you're working and on the background, just have something going on. Yeah, this is adding that little subwoofer. Let me just show you that. Need to turn the light on. Hopefully it won't flicker when I do that, but yeah, it's not flickering. Awesome. So yeah, all I did was yeah, as you can see, it's just connected to the output from the back here, from here. Yeah, the panel, I haven't put the panel on. In fact, I haven't even secured the hard drive in. This was all so sudden. But I believe the tuner is working as well, because I did attach the digital antenna just to see if it was going to pick something up. And of course, it didn't pick anything up. But the point was that it did. I'm just not doing too well on these controls today. All right, so there we have the audio demo for this. Hopefully I'm not going to get copyright striked, because I'm assuming that this is a copyrighted material. But now let's go back to the video feed and see, where's the video player? There we go. Let's see if the sound quality.
I'd like to share 3 questions they often ask about our guaranteed
Yeah,
life insurance.
it's actually pretty darn good.
Can I get this coverage on fixed income?
Can you get
So
this coverage on a fixed income?
it's
Yes, you
it's
can.
a lot better
Options start at
with
$9.95
the
a
sub, but
month.
again, that wasn't.
Today.
Yeah, we're just playing around now. That's not the intention of this right now. I'm just goofing off, actually. So
Can I get this coverage? Can you?
quit that file. No, yeah, I believe this unit has earned a complete teardown and cleaning. I want to definitely make sure that the floppy works. I'll mention the specs in the intro. 1.44 high density floppy drive. It's got the CD 4x CD ROM drive, and then of course all that back input, which was really awesome. And yeah, these are, again, this is a very brittle unit. So, but yeah, just a quick update from the other unit. What else can we look at here? I don't think there's much left. Again, obviously, oh, here's something funny. You guys might get a kick out of that. So today is August 27th, 1956, according to the computer. So why would they go back that far? There's an interesting article. I'll maybe link it in the description below, that explains why Apple chose. Well, it doesn't explain why. It just says Apple chose to use 1920 and the 2-digit for the date. So consequently, that's why there's problems with the Apples. They didn't have the Y2K bug, but they have the 20. Was it 2021 or 2022? I don't remember. Yeah, 2020, because 2020, so the 100-year. And then, of course, I guess it's again going to show up again 1940. But there's an interesting article about that. It's above my pay grade to explain what's going on there. But we'll resume this project. I don't know how much I'll bring you guys along, but basically I'm going to slowly tear everything down and get to the point where we could bring this beautiful. I really love it. I mean, with all those inputs and all that, that is just one heck of a good looking unit. And of course, I do have the original Apple keyboard and original Apple mouse that is part of this ensemble. But it's definitely something that I would use it today. In fact, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking once I get this thing up and running, I have the Microsoft Office for the Macintosh that runs in this operating system, the 7.6 operating system. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to install that, and then for maybe a few weeks or a couple weeks or so, just use this as my primary computer, just to kind of get that nostalgic feel back. So we'll call it here for now, and I'll just do a quick outro, and we'll see what's going on. All right. Well, we've actually done some things with this little bad boy here. Quite happy with the results that we've attained these past few weeks. Actually, it's been a couple of weeks since I started on this, but we've got a lot more to play with. Again, it's I'll maybe link a couple of things in the description for reading up on this. But at the end of the day, there's a lot better channels out there that do what the history is, how the Macs, where they are, and all that. This, like I said, this video is more trying to get something working again, bring it back to life, so it doesn't end up in the scrapyard or in the e-waste bin. But I hope that you see that we were able to get something done. I think that this is a lot of potential, especially in the retro gaming part of things. I've got a couple of neat things to show you guys here soon. I'm going to probably end up working on the Intellivision gaming console, which I have, which was my actual gaming console when I was in the youth of my life. But of course, it's got the RF output. Now, this one having RF capabilities for the antenna input makes it interesting, but also I'm planning to do a composite mod on that console, so I think it would be something interesting. So I want to thank you all again for coming, for hanging with BigE. This means a lot to me, even the small amount of views I get. The amount of work that goes into producing one of these little videos. Working on a computer like this would take 3-4 days max. However, because of all the video, because of all the editing, it ends up taking over 3 weeks to get to this point. We've got a lot more in store. So this Macintosh November, no, where are we? March. So it's Marcintosh. That's right. We got a few more that we're going to look at in the coming videos. We're going to actually repair some things, not just throw them in the dishwasher and on the gentle cycle. So please like and subscribe, hang out with BigE, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much.